fuck up talking to me, just so I come knock the motherfucking glasses off your face. That's what my dick on my head.
Didn't I tell you?
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Ass whooping.
I tell you earlier today, I said,
Shut the fuck up talking to me.
Raquel, I said I do not talk to you that way, and I would appreciate it if you did not talk
Shut
to
the
me
fuck
that
up
way.
talking to me.
I do not.
Oh, my God. Now, I don't know if this is a special needs class or what, but this kid needs his ass whooped. Now, I don't say that in an abusive way, but when kids get this out of line, before you try to nurture and try to talk some sense into them, you need to first whoop that ass. You need to assert dominance. They need to know who's the man, who's the child. Know your place. Then after you get them in check, then you can take time out and be like, okay, now, this is how you communicate, what's on your mind, this and this and that. Okay, but yes, obviously there's some type of trauma going on. He's probably in a single mother household or something like that. His dad ain't around, but you know, this is the result that you get when there's no consequences. Now, I mean, I knew a lot of kids like that. I was one of them, you know, but the reality is there wasn't no daddy there. So, you know, until you grow up and take accountability and learn how to be a man, you're going to have situations like this. Okay, this is the result of single parent households, single moms.
I cursed at you. Have I ever cursed at you?
Yes.
I have never cursed at you.
Yes, you have.
You know that's not true.
I bet I can put up a fight that you don't even know, Mr. Johnson.
You probably could. Come on, what's on?
See, Mr. Johnson, you know, you can tell he's a nice guy. But Mr. Johnson, them kids don't fear him. You see what I'm saying? There's a healthy level of fear. Like, okay, so for my religious people, isn't there like some type of, you know, what do they say? You should fear God. No man but God, right? So people fear God, which makes them want to act a certain way. Let me do this because I know God's watching me. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that something bad is going to happen to you all the time, or you're going to get your ass whooped all the time. However, when there's an authoritative figure that's watching you, you know how to act better. Let's go.
Some problems on the board. I tell you.
Fuck you.
Give you another.
Fuck you. Oh, that's
I guarantee you, all of them got single moms at home. I don't know why he's so bad. I don't know what's wrong with him. But that's my baby. He's a good kid. No, the hell he ain't, man. He can be a good kid. However, there's no consequences. You see, he's not getting his ass whooped at school. He's more than likely not getting his ass whooped at home. He probably living in a household where they go back and forth and sit down. Didn't I say stop? Quit that. Sit down. Put that down. Turn the TV off. Getting yelled at. That's how they communicate when he's in these emotional households where it's just ran by estrogen. All they know how to communicate with is cursing and yelling and screaming, instead of communicating effectively, communicating your feelings. But when there's a dad around, he's gonna check all of that shit. A masculine dad, not all dads are equal, but I'm just saying we got a mentally healthy, masculine father around. He's gonna check all of that, and there's not gonna be no cursing and acting out in school and stuff like that, because you know there was gonna be some consequences when you got home.
Get away from your computer.
Shut the fuck up.
Take the coat off.
See, right there, that should have been end of it. So, the first, see, with my kids, I don't have this problem. Okay, when I tell them something the first time, they know. Cause see, okay, I'm not for abusing or beating the hell out of no kid, but if you whoop them once, okay, they know not to cross that line. That's all I'm saying. If you whoop them good one time, they know. All right, there's some consequences. If I don't listen the first time, there's gonna be some consequences. If I yappity yap and be jumping off at the mouth and back talking and all of that, there's gonna be some consequences. Okay, so obviously there's no consequences in this case.
That's why you don't know how to do the problem.
Take the coat off. Take the coat off. Take the coat off. You will get it at the end of the day. Take the coat off. Take the coat off. I'm asking you to take the coat off.
I need to know what school is this so I can volunteer. I want to volunteer. Oh, Chicago. You know what? This is Chicago. Okay, that makes sense. Chicago. I'm not gonna put nothing bad on this kid, but I mean that's probably the most toxic city in America. Like, is it not? Isn't that like the murder capital of the U.S.?
One more time, my kid. Okay? You gonna get it.
Give it to him, please.
You gonna get it. You gonna get it.
Up here.
No, hell no. You ain't gonna. If you want to, you ain't going out the room.
So you just let this man push you? Or this little kid that, man, I want to volunteer. I'm going to Chicago. I want to volunteer. I want to be a volunteer. I'm going to whoop some ass. No, I mean, I'm going to help guide these kids in the right direction.
Have a seat.
Break it. Don't break it. Don't break it.
Bird.
Don't break it.
See, a kid like this, you ain't really got to whoop him. You just grab him by the collar real quick, put him against the wall. What's all this shit? You talking all that shit? You say, huh? Oh, my bad.
You got
You don't leave this alone.
No.
You break that, you really going to jail.
He just need one good checking. He needs to be checked by one man. Just one good man. Not his mom. Not his mom. You need to know the authority of a man. Cause see, what happens is the reason why he don't fear these men is because he know they're not gonna do anything. Okay, so when he goes home, his mom's probably begging and pleading with him. Mom, why you acting like that? Don't do like that. I'm taking your PlayStation. Mom, leave me the fuck alone. Yeah.
Move, get away from me.
No.
Get away from me.
No.
Montreal, if I change that number, then you know what to do next time. Montreal, do you know what to do this time? Hey, you want to come here and work it? I said, all we do is substitute values.
What's 6 times 2?
I mean, okay. So obviously the kid has some trauma going on. Okay, that's obvious. But you know, this kid, of course, he needs some counseling. He needs, and not just counseling, because counseling will do nothing if the kid doesn't have a better environment. So, you know, we can't just look at kids and see how they act in school and say, oh, you know, he's a bad kid and this and that. The reality is, you know, there's something going on at home, because schools only have kids for what, 6 hours, 7 hours, something like that. Whatever he's doing outside of that, it's the environment. He's probably living in the projects. I mean, you can tell it looks like a inner city school, you know, low funding, or maybe he's in like an alternative school or something like that for bad kids. You can see all the other kids were acting up, cursing and stuff too. So I remember in alternative schools back in my day, I mean, they used to put hands on you. I don't know if they still do it now, but I mean, they didn't have a paddle, but they put hands on you. Like, they would jack you up. Oh, what are you talking about? Body slam you and everything. Twist you up, jujitsu you and everything. They take you in this room. It was called the security room. They take you act up in school. This was in high school. You go to the security room, man, they twist you up, choke you up, all that stuff. Like, they put hands on you. Okay? But I remember back in the day, I was like, man, this ain't right. Nah, actually, they needed that. Because the reality is, you know, kids aren't getting that at home. So their mamas probably ain't gonna check them properly. Their dad ain't around. So when they get into these alternative schools, They're gonna learn to act right in school at least. And you after 12th grade, you can do whatever the hell you want. But you ain't gonna come in here and act a damn fool. Your mama may let you do it. But all right, so that's all I got to say for today, man. But thanks for watching. Like the video, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll get back at you guys later. Peace.